Hey, everybody, this is Jan, and we are starting our team building group this week. And I know it's a busy day. Doing it on a Monday is always one of those tough things because it's always so hard to remember on a Monday. But hey, I'm going to get started here. We are committing to our success journey. As team builders, we are growing a team. And hopefully, through the course of this training, you're going to be able to become an expert recruiter, and you're going to be partying, and you're going to be able to build your team and become a manager this month. So you start May as a manager, and May is our birthday month, which means there's going to be extra offers. And of course, you want to be where you could get those two extra streams of income by being a manager. So the potential for greatness lives within each one of us. The key to achieving your greatness is found when we discover and develop our dream. So by joining here, you're part of making that happen, and you are on your way to finding your dream. So I really was going to take a couple minutes to everybody just get to know each other. But that's not going to work out for today. So let's just talk about things that are going on in the business. And I would love to know what pieces that maybe you want a little bit more support around. So, of course, we will be focusing on recruiting. And one of the pieces to recruiting, I took the word sponsor and broke it into an acronym. I'll just show it to you. Some of you have seen this before. So the first S is for sharing your story. And that's just what you want to do with that is let people know that I joined Tupperware because I stayed in Tupperware because, and what my next goal is in Tupperware is. Okay. So you want it, that's kind of what your story is, why you joined, why you're still here, and what's your next step. Okay. Then we go on to thinking about the people that you like. Now, if you've done the Frank list with me, you probably know some of this already, but the Frank list helps you to identify people that you want to work with, people that you like, people that you enjoy being around, people that you think would be great, people that love to entertain, people that are shy, because this helps them get out of their shell. Think about the people that are quiet because it gives them an excuse to talk to people. So pick out people that you like because those are the people that you get to work with. And then our main goal is giving information. And it's their job to make a decision, but it's our job to provide information. So what we want to do is cover things like, how much money do you make? 25% of everything you sell, you have the opportunity to earn awards, you have the opportunity to earn bonuses, but it's at least 25% of what you sell. Another thing they want to know, how much time is it going to take? Depending on what type of parties you choose to do will be how much time it's going to take. I recommend, to be successful in this business, you want to look at 8 to 10 hours a week. That would include a couple parties, taking in some of the training. You know, it's kind of like we do something every Monday night at 7 o'clock. And the thing is if we've had a bad week, we really need to come because we're going to get filled back up. We're going to get our cup filled. If we had a great week, then we really need you there to help others that maybe didn't have that great of a week and give them some inspiration. So I would really love to say, just block out 7 o'clock on Monday nights because that's when we do rally. And the more you attend, they follow your lead. They will follow what you're doing. So you want to encourage them to join. So the two things, how much money can I make? How much time does it take? What's it cost to get started? You can flip them back to the back page of the catalog, or you can just use one of the recruiting flyers. We do have the $15 virtual opportunity is still available in April. So you've got the $15 virtual opportunity, the $49 starter kit, the $99 organizational kit, I believe you then have the chef specialist at like 109. And then you have the meals in minutes, which includes the stack cooker and some other little pricier items. And that one is 139. So you have all of those choices. And then the last thing they want to know is what kind of support can they expect? And what I would recommend you saying is, what support have you been given since you started? And that's what they can expect as well. Again, we do some kind of training every Monday night. There's additional recording training that is added. There's also an opportunity for them to earn bonuses and we have exclusive training from time to time. So like Springfest, that doesn't happen all the time. So those are the four main things. So when you're on the O, where you're given information, there, given information, that's the information you want. How much money can I make? How much time does it take? What's it cost to get started? What kind of support can I expect? Then when you go to the end, that is, no doesn't mean I don't like you. It might mean no, not right now. It might mean that there's something else that is going on in their life right now, and it's not a good time. So when they say no, it's very common to just say, do you mind if I ask why? Because if you can find out what's holding them back, then you're more likely to work through and give them the reasons that how Tupperware will fit into their life and how Tupperware will help them in their life. So a no doesn't mean I don't like you. It just means there's something in the way right now. And you can ask most people that have joined Tupperware, and we're going to say, gosh, we were asked 5, 6 times before we finally did it. You'll find that's pretty common as well. So don't let the no get to you. Just know it's part of what we do. One of the things I like to teach at new consultant class is when, you're upset with a person, you want to mentally put them between your finger and thumb. And you don't want to squish them because then they're stuck on you forever. Okay, so mentally put them between your finger and thumb, set them on your shoulder, and flick them off. You cannot allow negative people or even just a no to live rent-free in your brain because it holds you back, and you don't want it holding you back. You don't want to let anything hold you back. No is just a word, and it will come and go throughout this business. And it's kind of just a numbers game. It's all in the number of people you talk to. So I know I've asked many, many times, just try it, just try it, just try it. Find 3 people you can practice on. So, so as you're doing that, so when they say no, do you mind if I ask why? And get some information. Then you've got the S here, to sincerely overcome their objections. There's 2 tools that we use here. The one I recommend the most is feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt that way, or others have felt that way, or we have team members that felt that way. But we found, feel, felt, found, understanding, getting on the same page with them, and they're not alone. Others have felt that way, or you felt that way. But we found that when we gave it a try, when we took advantage of the support, when we actually opened our mouth and talked to people, when we actually sent personal messages to people, those are things overcoming the objections. So if you have more objections, I'd love for you to share with me objections that you're getting, because then I can create some additional training based around those specific objections. Okay. All righty, then and I was going to tell you there's 2 of them. The other one we use is LEAP. So feel, felt, found, and then also LEAP. LEAP is listen to what they're saying, actually hear them, not thinking about what you're going to say next, but listening and actually hearing what they're saying. The E is for empathize, where you're relating to how they are feeling. The A is for you to ask more questions, like, do you mind if I ask why? Or tell me a little more about that. And then the P is to produce solutions, helping them see how Tupperware can fit into their life, or how do they know unless they try, and you're willing to open the door and let them try. whichever way that's going to work for you, whether you use Leap or Feel Felt Found, but that's an easy way to sincerely overcome their objection where it doesn't sound like just a cookie cutter answer. Okay. The next one, the O, give them an open opportunity, an open invitation to give Tupperware a try. So we're not asking them to sign in blood. We're not expecting them to, sign up and be with us forever. It's not a life sentence. It's just giving it a try. So if they're not sure how it would work with them and their family, we want them to know they can come in, they can try it for like 90 days. I mean, the Confident Start Awards are 3 months. Month 1, month 2, month 3. So try it for 3 months. See if you like it. If not, I'll be happy to take you back as my preferred customer, my preferred host, my preferred friend, whatever you want to use. And they still get their discount, 25% for a full year. So that's another way, just opening the door, open invitation to try it. I believe that Tupperware is for everyone to try, but it's not necessarily the right thing for everyone. But how do you know unless you give it a try? So give it a try. Okay. And then the last is reassure them that reassure their decision to join. And again, you're breaking down all the barriers that are holding them back from giving Tupperware a try. And you actually have to connect with people to do that. You have to connect with people one-on-one before you can have this conversation, before you can share this information, before you can open the door for them to join your team. So it's called Sponsor. If you want to do a screenshot, if you want me to send it to you, I'm happy to do that. But it's just very, very easy. And as you're talking to people about potentially joining you in Tupperware, maybe joining Tupperware isn't right now. But have you thought about hosting a party? And then think about the types of parties that you personally can offer. Maybe you only offer Facebook parties. Maybe you only offer them the cooking show as their party. Maybe you only offer them Facebook, Messenger, text, in-home, whatever kind of party you choose to do. And that's what you're going to invite them. Even if they don't want to join right now, you still want to invite them to have a party. Because even though it might not be the right time to try Tupperware, it's always the right time to have a party and get free and half-price Tupperware. And I got to be honest, there's a lot of people that really don't understand how hosting a party works and what's in it for them. And I'll give you an example because this was a mistake I made. I had gone to the same woman as my hairstylist for years. I don't know, like 7 years. And one day I said, "Have I ever invited you to have a Tupperware party?" And she says, "Well, no, not that I know of. What would that entail? What would I need to do?" Okay, I had been going to her. I've been in Tupperware as a business leader for over 7 years at this point, and I had never asked my hairstylist to host a Tupperware party, and she didn't even know what that meant or what she could get for it. She didn't get it at all. She didn't know. So don't assume that everyone knows that we hold Tupperware parties. It's obviously we've been in the news, all kinds of things, but people really don't know what a Tupperware party is about. So when you're talking with them or connecting with them, making sure they understand how hosting a Tupperware party can benefit them. They get free, they get half price, they get fun with their friends, they might learn a new recipe, you might play a fun game, so give them some reasons why they want to have a party. And I've always looked at it as it's my job to find a way to fit a party into their life because some people are just so busy, they're going like crazy. And I would go to where they were many times. An example of that would their T-ball practice. Well, They have to get there early so the kids can warm up or get dressed or whatever. Same with hockey. Well, that was a long getting dressed. But anyway, so I go to where they're already going to be because most of the parents come early. They have like 20 minutes to 30 minutes before the kids are actually doing anything to watch, and the parents are sitting around chatting. So it's a perfect time to say, you know what, I'll just bring one of my vegetables with a few other goodies and I'll show you some Tupperware. Who wants to be the host? And you just ask them, who wants to be the host out of the group that you're talking to? You're going to where they're already going to be. If you're inviting someone to have a party and they say, oh my gosh, I'm just too busy, I could never fit that in, then your question is, oh, what do you do that keeps you so busy? So Monday we have dance, Tuesday we have T-ball, Wednesday we have church choir, Thursday we have, I forgot what Thursday was. I can't remember. And then Friday was bowling. So what you're looking at is all the things that this person is involved in, right? All the things that on Monday there's dance. There's other moms tipping or dads there when dance lessons are going on. T-ball on Tuesday. There's other parents there. Church choir on Wednesday. They can come a half an hour early or stay a half an hour late. And we make the party where they're at. So as you're thinking about somebody can't have a party because, or their house is too small. If their house is too small, you want to just ask them, would you have a friend that loves Tupperware too? Maybe we can do it at their house. You bring the treats and they clean their house and we can have a party and it's double the fun because it's a double host party. How does that sound? So find a way to help them fit a party into their world, regardless of what their obstacle is or what they're allowing getting in their way. It's our job to find a way to help them host a party, even if it's just a back room, Panera or a Pizza Hut, or somebody has a back room, or even at a coffee shop around a table, or Perkins or Denny's or one of those kind of places. Sometimes you can get a big table. So what you want to do is just make it easy. Find a way to help them have a party so that they can get the free and half price, and they're going to be more encouraging to their family and friends to have a party as well, because it's fun. It's not a lot of work. And we will touch on party planning, host coaching heavily in this group. And again, just letting me know what your obstacles are. Different situations come around. Maybe you've tried to get their people to be part of the party, but it really takes the host. The host has to be fully engaged. The host has to send a personal invite, whether it's a personal phone call, a personal text message, or whatever. The host you want the host, and the host will want to personally invite everyone to their party. And the difference is they don't know you, but they know their host, and they're more likely to respond to their host than they will you. So it starts with the host personally inviting people to the party, and whatever kind of party that it is. So that would be number one in host coaching, is personally inviting, having your host personally inviting. But host coaching is an important thing. And if you're doing it and you cover at least a few steps of personally inviting, make sure they way over invite their expectations. They might think, well, gosh, if I invite 30 people, I don't have room for 30 people. Well, here's the deal. They invite 30 people. Typically, a third of them will just kind of blow it off. Another third might place an order or at least look, and then the other third will participate. So you want to help them understand the value of numbers and having bigger numbers. And then those that they're inviting, have everybody bring a friend. So even if you're doing it in a Facebook group or however you're doing it, everybody can always bring a friend. You can give them extra points for the game or something like that. So there are so many ways to work it. So the host, you want to confirm the date. That's most important, is confirming the date. Before you even talk to anyone about having a party, have a couple dates in mind. I have this Thursday or Saturday morning, which is best for you. And then we put a zipper on our lips and we allow them to think about what we've just said, or maybe look at their calendar. So sometimes we just go on and on and on, and we have to take breaks to give them time to respond. First, they have to process what you've just said to them. And then second, we have to give them time to respond. And once we give them time to respond, then we can take our next step. But it is important, instead of thinking about what you're going to say next, it's important to just process, give them time to process what you have said and how to respond. And sometimes silence is very hard, but if I just tell you to hold your breath right now for 10 seconds and you literally count 1001, 1002, 1003, and you can get a better understanding, or set your stopwatch on your phone or whatever. I mean, 30 seconds is a long time, and it feels like eternity when it's silent, but allow that to happen so they can think before they respond. Give them that opportunity. Okay, so that's your training for today. Your challenge is to practice on at least, actually, I'm going to say two. Practice on at least two people before we get together again on Thursday. Practice on two people, just going through telling them about what they can get if they join Tupperware. And if they don't join, maybe they want to host a party and get some free and half price. And or maybe they just want to place an order. It's kind of what we call going down the mountain. You start with opportunity. If that doesn't work, then you go to the party. And if that doesn't work, then you go to placing an order. And if that doesn't work, you ask them if they know of anyone that might be interested. Like, I went to my hairstylist last Thursday, and I was just talking to him and saying, if you know anybody that likes Tupperware, blah, 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 well, how do I connect them with you? And I just gave him, I had 6 business cards with me. I just gave him the business cards, and they are business cards with the cooking show on it, but also my contact information, my website. So if he finds people that might be interested or brings it up in conversation, then he can pass on a business card and help me in building my business. So we give people our business all the time. When you go to a doctor, you go to a dentist, you go to the dry cleaner, you go to the corner store. I mean, we go so many different places. We're doing business with people. It's okay to talk to them about doing business with you too. And even if they don't want to, maybe they know of someone that wants to. So your challenge, talk to 2 people. Just practice giving them the information before Thursday. And we'll come together with how your results went and what you maybe need some more support with. And if you have any questions before then, I'm here for you. So just call me, text me, message me, whatever works, but just connect with me, because I want to help you take that next step. And the first part of doing that is building your team. Yes, parties are important as well, but really right now it's just getting started with building that team. And that's going to help you as you continue to grow. So give it a shot, and I will look forward to talking to you soon. Good luck. I know you can do this. I know you can, or I wouldn't have invited you to this group. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.